Well. Good damn afternoon, Americans. Jericho Green, I'm here with you once again, people. What's today? Thursday. One more wake up. Friday. Christmas is Monday. Can you believe that shit? It's about to be Christmas already. We're about to kiss 2023 goodbye. Weird. But yeah, that's where we're at. 2023 is about to be a fucking ramp. About to get into 2024. We know what's the biggest event of 2024 is. It comes around, I don't know, the first part of November. So yeah, get ready for that, people. But yeah, Christmas. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, 4 days away. Can't wait. I'm excited. Excited for the kids to finally open their gifts. Excited for my wife to open her gifts. I'm just excited about everything. Got family coming into town, so it's all good. Appreciate you guys being here. Shout out to the members out there. See Oscar, Brian, King B, others. What's going on? Appreciate you being here. And it looks like somebody asked what do I use to stream? You mean the app? I use StreamYard, but I'm gonna get into OBS. But I have a year contract with StreamYard. I got like 9 or 10 months left on it, so I'm gonna go ahead and ride that out, and then start messing with OBS. Shout out to Mr. Comic 2009. Yes, you are first. You are the super chat cherry popper. You have broken the financial hymen. Carney 48 says, "What device?" I use my laptop. That's what I use. Tony Wallen, you're right. Best stream. You are correct, sir. I will not argue with you on that. No need to, because you're already correct. The old dog, the old bag, excuse me. What's going on? It was a picture that made me think dog, but the old bag, what up? BJ Bliskovich, Robin, Eric, what's up? All you guys, all you mother suckers. You mother suckers. Mark's Music Obsession. Look at you. 8 months. Thank you. Mark's Music Obsession. He says, hopefully you can get my membership issue sorted out when I get back home. I dropped an email. Don't want to loose my 8 months going on 9. I think you meant lose. That word's a sumbitch, ain't it? Yeah, hopefully you can. I'm not sure what's going on. I'll talk to some people. I have a YouTube liaison. So I'll hit them up and see what the fuck. J954. What's up, man? Appreciate you. J954, thank you for the Hamilton +1. So shout out to my homie AK, that's Authentically Kennedy, the new mom. What's up? He says, I bought her scented wash pellets. I've worn the same boxer briefs for 5 days in a row. Real talk. No urine, ball sack, or no smell to be found. Love of Earth company is legit. Her products are great, but I seriously doubt they have the power to fight such filth. But yeah, Love of Earth company, that is Authentically Kennedy's company, family owned and operated. Check it out. I've shown you guys all the stuff she sent us a little swag package. This right here, of course, is my favorite. Yeah, listen to that. Lighter / taser. But soaps, pencils, everything sustainable. Everything doesn't harm the earth. Everything is biodegradable when you toss it. Candles, soaps, like I said, pencils, all kinds of stuff. We loved it. Shout out to you, Authentically Kennedy, your husband, Mr. Darkins, and the little baby. DJ John T from Sweden. Yeah. Thank you, DJ John T. 9 months. He says 9 months proud member and counting. Christmas is near. Ho, ho, ho. Ho, ho, ho. Remember, that's how the Santa Claus said it to the little boy in Christmas Story. Ho, ho, ho. And pushed him down the slide with his boot on his face. How fucked up is that? Speaking of iconic, let me ask you this, DJ John T. I don't know if I asked you before, but what do they call Santa Claus in Sweden? Is it still Santa Claus? Or do you put like 2 dots over the A or some shit? Talk to me. But speaking of iconic Christmas movies, last night on Double Impact, we were without Shant. He's a little under the weather. But we broke down Home Alone. Another great one. Home Alone and Christmas Story are up there with It's a Wonderful Life, Miracle on 34th Street, shit like that. All-time classic holiday movies. And I was telling Gabe last night, I saw this video on YouTube where they had like an ER surgeon break down the injuries that would be sustained in real life if Home Alone were real. You know, the brand on the hand and the burnt Joe Pesci or Harry gets his hair burned off, slipping and falling off those icy steps on your back, stepping on a nail, getting it all the way through your foot, stepping on the Christmas ornaments when Marv snuck through the window, taking the full paint can to the face. It'd be real fucked up if that was real life. But what a great movie it was. Oscar Gonzalez. Oscar, thanks, man. Member for 9 months. I appreciate it. Says, hope everyone has a great Christmas. Are you staying dry, Jericho? We've had lots of rain. You're in SoCal, right, Oscar? If I'm not mistaken. But we haven't had a lot of rain. It's been kind of off and on. Nothing real serious. No, not even any puddles have formed. Maybe you guys are going to be sending some shit up here that I'm not ready for. But no, not too much rain up here right now. I think we're supposed to get some a couple days after Christmas. It's going to be getting cold. That's for sure. It's going to be getting cold this week. And not breaking 60 during the day, low 30s at night. But no precipitation to speak of right now, Mr. Gonzalez. Look at this, J954 member for 10 months. OG, triple OG. He says, since Heidi Tammy fell off, I propose I get to the numero uno spot. It's all or nothing. They shook because there's no such thing as halfway crooks. That's right, from the great poets Mobb Deep, Havoc, and Prodigy, R.I.P. Prodigy. But they haven't fell off. They were both here on my last live stream. So you're going to get some pushback on that title there, J954. Let me see. I want to make sure I didn't miss DJ John T. Answer my question. What do they call Santa Claus in Sweden? Of course, I could Google it, but I don't want to. I got you right here. Why not ask you? That's right, old sweet Dick Malone, R.I.P. Prodigy. Mobb Deep, one of the greatest hip-hop groups. Prodigy, one of the greatest hip-hop MCs. And he had Prodigy had a solo album called HNIC, and there's a song on there called Keep It Thorough. Doesn't even have a hook or no chorus. He just raps to the whole thing. That beat, the lyrics, come on, but that beat, dun 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 dun. That beat is hard. I'm gonna listen to that after the damn show. I'm gonna bump it in the studio, damn it. But if you know that song, Teron Isaac, yeah, man, that's one of the best beats of all time. And I think it's Alchemist beat. Alchemist did 99% of Mobb Deep's beats. If I say that 5 times fast, but he did almost all of their beats. Yeah, BJ Bleskovich Gaming. Yeah, check out that song. It's called Keep It Thorough, just like that. Just the way you spelled it. That song is hard as hell, man. Yeah, Alchemist. And Alchemist, he grew up a rich kid. I think his dad was a dentist or something like that in LA. But he's a hell of a producer. Let me tell you. Brian King B says, love that whole song. Yeah, man. That heavy what is heavy all day with no airplay. I keep it thorough. He says, so when you see me in the street, soldier, salute me. You just a groupie. Oh, you gangster? Then shoot me. Man, that song is so hard. When you see me in the streets, soldier, salute me. You just a groupie. Oh, you gangster? Then shoot me. Oh, shit. Oh, man. Yeah, King B, the Prodigy was ridiculous. That whole album's good, really. But Keep It Thorough, that's my favorite song off of that album. And then they had was it Free Agents? They had Free Agents like in the early 2000s, like 2003. Another Mobb Deep album that was hard. Yeah, that song on there, Burn. That's another hard beat. Alchemist. Alchemist is up there with DJ Premier. I put him up there with Dre, Scott Storch, all the great producers. Alchemist is fucking hard, man. What was that song? What was that album? He did a lot of producing for Dilated Peoples out of LA. I can't remember the name of the album. Alchemist. Alchemist. Hold You Down. That was another one. Hold You Down with featuring Nina Sky on the hook. I got to meet Nina Sky, twin sisters. Great. First Infantry. That's what it was. No, it's his album, but he has a bunch of features on it because he raps, but he's like a producer who can rap, not an MC who produces. Like that, flowing rapping is not his main expertise. That's producing, but he does rap. But yeah, he has a song that he Back Again by Dilated Peoples. That's another hard one. Hold You Down, like I said. What's the other one? For the record, that's another one, man. With Dilated Peoples, just for the record, let it be known. Oh, that's so hard. Okay. Never mind. Aaron M says Craig Mack and Buster. You mean Flavor in Your Ear, the remix? R.I.P. Craig Mack. Here comes a brand new flavor in your ear. Time for new flavor in your ear. I'm kicking new flavor in your ear. Max, brand new flavor in your ear. Not the best looking guy, let's be honest. But Craig Mack he's a pretty good MC. Authentically Kennedy, what's up, mom? Hello, mom. Hello, mom. Me, mom. What if your kid calls you that? What if he calls you mom? Hello, mom. What are your kids' Santa presents this year, Jericho? I can't say, Kennedy, because sometimes I've mentioned this before. My wife will be listening to it, and the kids might come in the room or knocking, mom, or kids are nosy, so I can't say here. I can't do it, but I can tell you that I have one of them in here covered up. I can tell you that. But if you want to message me on Instagram, I'll tell you. But I can't say in public. The kids might hear it because they're only listening when they're not supposed to be. Believe that shit. If you want your kids to listen to you and hear what you're saying, close your bedroom door and talk about it at a low volume with your spouse, and then they'll be listening then. Or tell them, hey, leave the room, we need to talk. Then start talking to each other. They'll listen to that shit. Damn kids. And the Authentically Kennedy, she put up some black Santa emojis. I don't like that. If you want to make up your own black person who delivers gifts to kids, Hey, go for it. More power to you. Um, but taking a character and changing the race. Stop. Santa Claus. We know what Santa. Close your eyes, kids. Raquita Johnson. What up, Gear? Close your eyes, kids. Think of Santa Claus. Think of him on the Coke bottle. Santa's not this character that can be swapped out. It's a specific person, like Superman or something. It's a specific person. Okay, Santa looks a certain way. He's a big, jolly, jovial, heavy set white man. Okay, you want to make up another character, a black man who goes into homes and delivers toys? Go for it. But don't fuck with Santa Claus. Don't make a black Santa. What does that matter? What does that matter that Santa's black? As a kid, if you were a black kid, Brian King being others out there, if when you were a black kid, did you ever think to yourself, oh man, I wish I had someone deliver to me. I wish I had a Santa Claus that looked just like me. Or did you wake up sometimes too fucking early in the morning to where your parents sent you back to bed? I'm still working through that trauma. There was a few times I got up at 5 o'clock in the morning and knocked on my parents' door, and they said from the comfort of their bed, go back to sleep. So I had to go upstairs and force myself. You ever been an excited child trying to force yourself to sleep? I did it. But as a black kid, were you saying, oh, I wish someone delivered presents to me that looks like me? Or did you wake your little black ass up early in the morning and fly downstairs? You didn't even touch the fucking stairs. Or did you wake your little black ass up, fly into the living room, and start tearing those fucking presents open? You did, didn't you? You didn't sit there and say, sorry, mom and dad, I'm not going to receive these presents this year because they came from a white man. The fuck you did. You tore that wrapping paper the fuck up. But you didn't tear it up until what? What happened? What did your mother do to you? What did my mother do to me every year? Oh, hold on. Let me go get the camera. Mom, why didn't you come out of the bedroom camera in hand? This isn't our first Christmas together. My mom would say the same thing. Wait a minute. Let me go get the camera. And your mom would take 17 fucking hours in the room getting the camera, because first she has to find it, right? First, you got to find the camera. Then she has to make sure there's film in it. Oh, let me use the bathroom. The mom has to use the bathroom. And where's mom going? She's walking out of the bedroom. Oh, well, let me stop in the kitchen and get some coffee. Finally, mom makes it back in there. My dad's poking around in the fireplace, getting a fire going. Come on. Yeah, thank you, Dad. Mom finally makes it in there. Okay. He has to wind the camera. This is before everybody had a fucking 1080p high definition camera in their pocket. Finally, we can rip open the presents. Did one of you black children, one of you former black kids out there, did you ever refuse and push your presents away? Mother, I would like some presents that were delivered by someone who looks just like me. And until I receive my request, I shan't open a thing. Nope. Fuck no, you did it. Because it doesn't matter. Sergeant Stone, exactly. Like anyone gives a shit that Santa is white at 7 a.m. All I want is my gifts that I've been shaking all week trying to figure out what they are. Been counting them. I've probably been moving them over to one section so I know that corner is mine. Shit. Kids don't give a half a fuck what Santa looks like. You know what they care? What something looks like? They care what underneath that tree looks like. They care that there's a bunch of presents there for them. Man, please, a black Santa. Christmas is about the kids, right? Kids don't give a fuck what Santa looks like, so stop with the black Santa shit. It's redonk. Robin, she says Sinterklaas. Sinterklaas, the Dutch version. Does he wear little wooden shoes too? Oh, sorry, Dutch people. I'm just fucking around. Just playing with you, Dutchians. Authentically Kennedy says, we were hella poor growing up. I would open my presents up so slow to savor every second. Oh, damn. John Lacombe says, I'm last of 8. Fuck. I bet it was a fucking nightmare with wrapping paper after you guys got done. We had friends of ours who had 7 foster kids and 1 kid that they created together. So it was fucking madhouse over there. But you know what, Kennedy? And not saying it's bad to be poor, but on Christmas morning, yeah, it's tough as a kid because you want all the shit, especially back in the day. I know you're hella young, but back in the day, the early 2000s for you, back when we had commercials, that's all you saw was fucking this store with Christmas sales and these toys not sold, each sold separately, batteries not included. That's all you fucking heard. So that's what you want. Kids are very shallow, vain individuals. Why not? They have no responsibility. They can just focus on themselves. And to be a kid and not have a lot growing up, that's fucked up. But I know that your kid, little baby, is not going to deal with that. I know that kid is going to have a great Christmas. And not overdone. I'm sure you won't spoil him rotten. That's what that's what his grandparents are for. They will spoil him rotten. She says, yes, it was interesting. Yes, it was interesting. I was a wee youngin during the recession. Thanks, Obama. Gas was like $6 back then. I remember that shit. I remember that. Spending $400 a month on gas, $500 a month on gas. Tracy CC123 says, back in the day for me was the 80s. Man, what a fucking the greatest Christmas I ever had was Christmas 1988. I just turned 8 years old and I got my BB gun, my Daisy Pump BB gun rifle, where you remember the fucking cartons of Copperhead BBs? There'd be like 1,000 BBs in here. You can get up to I saw up to like 5,000. These big cartons of BBs, and you just pour them into the gun. You hear them shaking around in the butt of the gun. And they say, well, let's have BB gun wars, but don't pump it more than 5 times. Okay. 8, 9, 10. See, now that you're an adult, you're a grown man, you could pump it like this. But after like 6 or 7, you had to hold the rifle up against yourself and pull the pump like this. 10. To be a kid again on Christmas morning. Christmas morning, first day of school, last day of school. 3 biggest days of your life. I'd say more than your birthday. I'm at a normal childhood. Birthdays were cool, but did you ever get as excited for your birthday as the first day of school? Or the last day of school? I mean, nothing. I'm not even going to mention Christmas morning. Nothing compares to Christmas morning. You could have a new baby brother or sister being born and they bring them home from the hospital, and that shit don't compare to the damn Christmas morning. So I think so. I think those days are bigger than your birthday. Even though 50 Cent said, go shawty, it's your birthday. Javier Melendez. Thank you very much, Javier Melendez, for $100. That's a C note. You have a seat right here, sir, in the C note section. It says, hey, JG from New York. Hey, Jericho. Long time, a lot in life, working the graveyard in a new job. My mom's was sick, so didn't have time to be with you. And trying to think SP family. I'm trying to think what that means. Anyway, quick question. Where's Sloppy Joe on the border crisis? Love you guys and Merry Christmas. Thank you very much, Javier. Appreciate that. I'm glad you are able to join now. I hope your mother is feeling better. And where is he on the border crisis? Man, he don't give a shit. Border? I don't care about no stinking border. Vámonos. He don't give a shit. He's somewhere with his finger up his nose to the second knuckle, waiting for some chocolate chip fucking ice cream. That's where he is. Sorry, sack of salacious shit. He's nowhere on the border. He probably didn't know we have one. Eric Jacobson says BB gun war survivor 1979. Yeah, I survived a lot of them through the 80s. Into the 90s, I was a teenager, so we didn't play as much. But as a little kid, yeah. And of course, the older kids, you motherfuckers, they get us younger kids. It's all right. It's all right, dog. Good times though, man. I that would be something to go back to that Christmas, the best Christmas. Just give me the year. All right. So I have time to read all of them, but give me the year of your best Christmas. Mine, 1988, hands down. Not only did I get a BB gun that I wanted, I got a fucking remote control car. I had that remote control car till I was like 14. It was a Lobo 2, like a Doom buggy kind of remote control car from Sears. It had the little wheels in the front and the big fat tires in the back for going in sand and dirt. And man, I would plug in that fucking battery the night before, and I would think about that shit all day long because it took like 3 hours or something to charge the battery. The ones that were like this, like a rectangle, they look like a tamale, just a rectangular thing like this, and you plug it into the charger, Sears battery charger. And when I get home, that shit be charged, the battery be warm. And I take that shit off as soon as I got done with my chores and my homework. Man, I'd be fucking driving that thing all over the place. Oh man, that shit was fun. But tell me, give me a number, your greatest Christmas. Jason M. Schmidt, 1984. Old Sweet Dick Malone, 93. Who else? Give me the year of your greatest Christmas. Oh, while you guys are doing that, what the fuck are we talking about today? Can we get to that? Can you guys focus? You see the thumbnail, the ass. That's why I titled it Stephen A. Stephen Ass Smith. Because he's definitely an ass. He weighs in on the Texas governor, Greg Abbott, signing into law that starting in March. Why does that have to start till March? Is it something has to be in session or some bullshit, whatever. But starting March, any law enforcement officer, police, sheriff, whoever can arrest somebody that they suspect of being in the country illegally. 3 words: fine with me. But he doesn't think so. He's all upset. So he got on ESPN. That's a sports station, by the way. I believe that certain things should stay off of certain stations. Now, remember 9/11? That was everywhere. Every radio station you tune into, every TV station, QVC was talking about fucking 9/11. Something like that, okay. But something like this, shut the fuck up, ESPN. So that's why I called it. That's why I titled the live stream Stephen A, because he's an ass. Vin Diesel. Vin Diesel, one of the latest names out there for sexual assault. Some lady, his assistant or something, is accusing him of sexually assaulting her in 2010. Ooh. So he was a little too fast and too furious, allegedly. You know how I feel about these scallywags bringing up these charges years later. Canada, you're fucking tripping. There's video, and I will show it to you. I'll show you of the Canadian anthem being sung at a hockey game in Punjabi. No, Canada, like not Canada, India, Canada being sung in Punjabi. Kennedy, you ain't shit. And what the fuck, Colorado? That's probably the biggest story. Colorado, the Colorado Supreme Court, I should say, votes to remove Donald Trump from the ballot in 2024. I didn't know you could do that. I didn't know you could just get together and say you're not allowed to vote for him. And there are people out there saying, well, look at the conservatives and the Republicans. They're getting upset. You guys want states' rights when it comes to abortion, but not this. This isn't states' rights. States' rights means the people vote on it. That's what that means. That means the people speak and tell you what they want, not the state Supreme Court getting together and sending down a decree to the people. No, that's not states' rights. That's fashion something. Oh, you know the word. You know the thing. But that's what they're doing. So of course, other states, they're sniffing around. What state do you think is next in line to see what they can do about getting Trump removed from the 2024 ballot? What state? What fucking state would do some shit like that? I'm surprised Colorado did it first. I'm surprised this state didn't do it first. You got it. It's my home. Jason, Oregon. That's close. Basically the same thing. California, Commiefornia. You got it. Oregon, I'll take that too. California, Oregon, or Washington are all acceptable answers. They're all acceptable answers to that, but it's California. So you can imagine. They're getting their patchouli smelling dicks ready. Let's see. Robin Spielman. She says, today is my daughter's birthday. Happy birthday, Alyssa. Happy birthday to you, Alyssa. How old is she today? She's still a little kid, or is she a teenager with attitude turned up to 10? It's a little baby. No matter what. Happy birthday, Alyssa. That's crazy. That is some crazy shit. Now let's see. Lord Bibby 42. What's up, man? Where you been? Lord Bibby, one of the triple OG members 10 months ago. Thank you. And he says, Merry Christmas, bruv. Oh, thank that, bruv. Merry Christmas to you too, bruv. Here's a dumb question. Is Santa Claus in England too? I don't fucking know. I've never spent Christmas in any of those countries, but I think it is. I think it's Santa Claus. Ho, ho, ho. Well, Michael Coulter says 96. Best Christmas year. He got his 64. Nintendo 64. Nintendo, Super Nintendo, 64. And then it was GameCube after that, right? That's when I kind of got out of video games because I was getting older. See some more years in here. So we got 96 for the 64. Those are huge, man. As a kid, video game system. Oh, man. That's the shit. Oh, Flowers Mama says 83. She got the Barbie canopy pink bed. Oh, yeah. Seaward Champ 89 says best one was 2006, my first gaming console, the GameCube. That's right. Best, man. As a kid, fuck. David Pett says 84 for him. Authentically Kennedy 2023. She got her son. Yeah, that will be your greatest gift for sure. Karen C, 1965. Tony Hannafin, 84. J954 says, best Christmas was whatever year I got Nintendo, 88 or 89. That's a beautiful thing, man. Getting that thing open, and then what the first thing you want is to have it plugged up, but we gotta wait. Everybody gotta open this shit, gotta clean up the wrapping paper. Then the kids are playing with their toys. Mom and dad are in there making breakfast. Christmas was le shit. Mr. Kojak, who loves you, baby. Thank you, man. He says BB gun and dirt clod. Don't get hit with the rock. Oh, dirt clods. We used to fucking throw those at each other. I remember one time, I'm trying to tell you a story. Our neighbors came over, and it was the family I told you about with the 8 kids, right? And one of the younger ones, he was being a pain in the ass, and he threw one at me, and it hit me. And so I looked down, and there might as well have been a beam of light from the heavens, shining down on this perfect dirt clod, round, the size, the shape. It was perfect. I picked it up, the weight, and he was getting away. He's running. This is my Crocodile Dundee. Remember when he threw that can of condensed milk and hit that dude in the back of the head who stole that woman's purse? He's getting away, and I just look at him and I just chuck it. And you know, fellas, when you throw a ball, a rock, or anything, when it comes out of your hand, you feel it. You know it's on target. You know it's going to hit what you threw it at, even if you didn't think you were going to hit it. How many times you threw it at something far away and you're just like, oh shit, I hit it. I remember I threw a rock one time, hit a bird. I didn't think I was going to hit that fucking thing. Don't worry, it was a seagull. Fuck them. But I took this dirt clod and I fucking hummed that shit. It comes out of my hand, and I knew it. I felt it. I knew it was on target. I knew it was going to hit him. I was trying to hit him in his back, but it went, and I saw it. You know, I'm behind it, so I see the trajectory of this thing, and it just hits him right dead center. Dead center. If there was a bullseye dot, it would have been right there. Oh, boom! Right in the back of his head. And that fucking dirt clod exploded. He got dirt all in his eyes and shit. He fell on the ground, man. It was perfect. Mike Griffith says 1965. He said, I got a Lost in Space robot. Damn, time flies by. Danger, 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 Will Robinson. Yeah, that was old school. I remember watching that show because my dad watched all kinds of old shit in the morning before he went out to start doing whatever the fuck he was going to do. It was all old shit in the morning. Perry Mason, Columbo, all the Little House on the Prairie, Lost in Space, Father Knows Best. All the old shit from the 50s and the 60s. My dad loved that stuff. So that's what the fuck we were watching. Yeah, Rex Rocker says we call them dirt bomb fights where I'm from, like grenades. Yeah, man, it was dirt clod fights were the shit. And so we had this little, I don't even know how it was dug. I think it was just, I don't know if it was naturally there or what, but there was this little trench that was dug, and it was probably like 15 feet long. And so the game we would play is 2 or 3 people would start all the way at the bottom of the hill, and it was all weeds, like waist-high weeds. And you start at the bottom of the hill, and if you make it up to the top, then one person has to leave, and they go down to the bottom of the hill and try to make it up to the top. So the whole time, you're just humming fucking dirt clods at them, trying to hit them. And I remember one time, I don't remember who the kid was, but I found the perfect dirt clod, and I sidearmed it. Boom, and I threw it, and that thing was just cutting the top of the grass all the way down. And the kid ducked at the last second. It just fucking buzzed right over it, man. That shit was so cool. So much fun. A little dangerous, let's be honest, but a lot of fun being a little kid, being a little boy playing with my friends and shit. Just, you know, getting in trouble, getting our asses whooped. Back when your friend's mom would whoop your ass and then send you home for a follow-up ass whooping. And I remember my friend's ass whoopings. It didn't happen a lot, but a few times I got my ass whooped at my friend's house. I was like, what the fuck is this? You guys don't know what you're doing. I'll wait till I get home. My parents will show you a proper ass whooping. Robin Spielman says, attitude, turn to 10. She's just like her mom. Well, at least you recognize it. My wife sees that in our daughter. My daughter's almost 12, and so my wife Yeah, she recognizes all that fucking attitude, all of it. And the difference is between my wife and I is that she understands it. I don't understand what it feels like to be an adolescent young lady. All I see is the end result. All I see is attitude. So all I want to do as a parent, as dad, is combat and squash and crush the resistance. But my wife, she understands what's behind it. She understands the story. One of the many reasons why mom and dad are crucial. Because I'm sure the things my son does, some of the things he does, and as he gets older and more disgusting, she's not going to understand. She's not going to understand the simplicity of a young man, and I will. Sweet Mama G says, JG, oh, your daughter's about to discover boys. She has. Um, she has her little crushes and stuff like that, and um, it's whatever. But she's too young. She's like I said, she's not even 12 yet, so there's no dating, no none of that shit. Like you have your little crushes and everything, but boyfriend, be ridiculous. There will be none of that. You got a ways to go for that, player. You got a long way to go for that. 16, that's the rule in our house. Jericho, you can't stop her and blah 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 and her feelings. Yeah, I know. Kids are gonna do what they're gonna do, and they can do it under the cover of night. That's fine. If I don't know, I don't know. But I better not fucking know. Because if I know, you know. Kids are always gonna do that. Do what they think, what they want to do. But just don't let me find out. But she's a good kid. She's good. Nate Deasy says, I wasn't allowed to have a girlfriend until I was 15. And you know what? If I had sons, it probably would be 15, but my daughter, no. And her brother too, he's gonna have to go, her younger brother's gonna have to go, follow the same rules. I can't change it for him. Kennedy says, 16 is too early. I had to be moved the fuck out of the house. So I moved out the day after I graduated high school. I mean, we'll see if we get there. And I don't like the way it looks. I don't like the way it feels. No, we'll change. These decisions are like fluid. No, they can fucking change. If I'm not feeling it, hell no. Jay says, Jericho read my text. Want to know what you think? I didn't see it. I went back and looked for it. I didn't see it, Jay. So just type it again and I'll see it this time. Sita says, mothers tend to be easy on the daughter. I think moms are kind of easier in general, you know, which is, one of the reasons why dad needs to step in. But yeah, I think moms are easier in general, for sure. Kennedy says, but dad, that doesn't work on me. Like if it's something like she wants or something like that, I'm a little more flexible. But if it's something like that, like boys or something that I put my foot down about, but dad, that just makes it worse. And what really the worst thing my kids can say to me, but so and so has it, but so and so does it. What am I going to say? You know what I'm going to say? I'm going to say the same fucking thing all you parents out there say, all you good parents say when your kids give you that line, but so and so, what do you say? So and so doesn't live here. Some version of that. I'm not raising so and so. That's so and so's house. Something like that. That's the worst thing you could say to me is, but so and so. I don't give a fuck that kid. I don't care about that kid. That kid don't live here. You do. I'm concerned with you. Oh, smack into the tea. Yeah. Yep. The smacking. Oh, the teeth. Yep. That'll get you real trouble. Yeah. DJ John T says Jericho's first word to the boy who will come to date his daughter. You know I'm concealed carry. You know what, man? I dread that day, and I don't want that day to come, even though I know it will. I just don't. I mean, I'll put on for her so she's happy, so she doesn't have negative thoughts or negative vibes. Man, I'll attempt to appear um happy. I'll do my best, but I'm not making any promises. Peter Egger said, my parents couldn't tell me nothing. I had my first kid at 18. Damn. Oh yeah. Kind of can't really say shit there. You guys ever see that movie? What is it called? Damn it. The Heist? Is that what it's called? You guys help me out with it. You know which one I'm talking about. Oh yeah, Andrew Himes, eye rolling. I'll tell my daughter, is there something wrong with your eyes? No. Then why are they rolling back in your head like that? I'm not. Here's my kid's favorite. I didn't even do anything. Oh, you didn't do anything. Well, of course. See, your mother and I, we have so much free time, and we have so little to do, with raising you all and paying for all this shit, that we just get together and like, man, how can we fuck with those kids? How can we just make up some shit to accuse them of? Yeah, let's do that. Let's fuck with them. Let's tell them they did something that they really didn't do. Because I got time for that. I didn't do anything. Oh my god. Fucking kids. But they're great. Kennedy, they're great. I promise. Little turds. That's what I call my son, you turd. What are you up to, you little turd? You little turd. Will Parker, turd burglar. Turd mongers. That's the way you call them too. Little turd monger. Come here. DJ John T, has your daughter started to be embarrassed of you yet? No, not me. She's embarrassed of her mom. I don't know why. But no, not me. She's very much a daddy's girl. I'm the good parent, Mob's the bad parent. That's how she sees it. They've started that weird rivalry. And I'm sure it will come up with me and my son too. Once he's like 14, 15. You know how this fella's 16. These hormonal changes happen inside of you, and one day one of your hormones taps you on the shoulder and says, "You could take your dad." You think so? Yeah, you can take that little motherfucker. Look at him. Look at the sounds he makes when he gets up out of his chair. Look at him. Got a little gut on him. You can take that. Look at you. Look down. Look at that six pack. Look how strong you are. Flex. Yeah, look at those arms. You're young. You play sports. Got a little hair on your face. Your little voice is starting to get deeper. Could take him. You think so? Yeah. Yeah. And it happens. Um, it happens. One day, stupid hormones win, and you try something dumb. You run up on your dad. You say something stupid, and he teaches you the difference between your strength and man's strength. Big difference. Jay said, Jericho, here's that text again. What text? What are you trying to tell me? I see your text, but I don't know what text you're referring to. I know it's coming. I'll be ready. I'll be ready. I'll be waiting for you. It will be waiting for you. Rolston Hodge, what up? What up, fool? Fool. That's the baby's lunch. What movie is that from? Fool. That's the baby's lunch. John Lacombe says, my dad was 6'6". I just said, yes, Dad. My mother was 5 foot exactly, and she scared me more than my father. Yeah, my mom, she's 4'11", 5 foot, something like that. Don't let it fool you, though, player. Don't let that little tiny package fool you. Don't be a menace. That's right, sweet Mama G. Fool. That's the baby's lunch. Because he had the hot dog and he was like trying to be all sexy with it. She's like, yeah, brother. Short moms are mad scary. Yeah, man. My mom was in the army, all that shit. She did not fuck around. Rex Rocker, yeah, my mom, she handled more of the day-to-day discipline. Dad was brought in, for the big shit. But yeah, my mom, she was the day-to-day ass whooper. She was the caretaker, if you will. Yeah, the hot sauce scene, sweet Mama G, in the kitchen, that shit was funny. Sita says her son says it about you. Yeah, he believes it. Robert Pinkton, that's right. Short moms, watch out. Tall moms, I'm not saying you guys don't handle business. All I know is small. My mom was small and she didn't take. This is how much shit she took. 0. Shoot me an email, Eric Schultz. Well, DJ John T says there's 5 siblings in his family. Oh, so yeah, your parents were they were kicking names and taking ass. Had to keep all them little mongrels in order. So let's get to some of our topics here, shall we? Let's see. So Colorado, and I'm sure soon to be California. Let's be honest. I'm gonna Google Colorado Trump. I think the computer will know what I'm talking about. So this is we'll go as of 44 minutes ago. That's pretty recent. I'd say that's pretty damn recent. Trump legal team to appeal Colorado Supreme Court ruling after Christmas. Excuse me. Maybe that's when we'll get a real good gift. Because this is going to go to the Supreme Court, the Supreme Court. Damn the state Supreme Court. This is going to the big dogs. Okay. So it says top officials with Donald Trump's presidential campaign and the Colorado Republican Party spoke on Thursday to discuss plans of action after the Colorado Supreme Court's decision to throw the former president off the Republican primary ballot. Why do you think this is? What incident took place in recent history that would make them think it's okay to take Trump off the ballot? Let's see. The call, which involved Clayton Henson, a former White House aide who has been a liaison between the Trump campaign and the state parties, was confirmed by Dave Williams, the chair of the Colorado GOP. Williams said that the Colorado GOP will appeal the Colorado court's decision, holding that Trump was invalidated from appearing on the ballot because he'd incited an insurrection on January. Hold on. That's my word. On the left, when you say insurrection, don't touch me. Don't touch me. Let me read it one more time, because, of course, if I read it a third time, there's no way that when I say the word insurrection, anybody got a second? I'm sorry. Forgive me. July 6th. That's what Sloppy Joe said. The Supreme Court, depending on how the U.S. Supreme Court ruled, he said the party would ask the Republican National Committee for a waiver to hold a caucus instead of a primary election. In the meantime, Williams made a request to the Trump campaign. I certainly expressed to Clayton, Colorado Republicans who love to see Trump come out so that they can, give them a good show of support. And I'm sure he'll go ahead and pass that on to the president, Williams said. We would welcome him to come out, but we understand if he needs to focus on Iowa. The Trump campaign confirmed the checkup call to follow up on the Colorado GOP filing an addendum to potentially hold a caucus. The Colorado GOP has also been in contact with the RNC. It is unclear whether Trump will make a visit to Colorado. The former president is expected to campaign heavily in Iowa in the run-up to the January 15th caucus. He will then be campaigning in New Hampshire ahead of the January 23rd primary. Colorado is one of 17 states and territories that will be holding its nominating contest on March 5th, also known as Super Tuesday. Among Trump's aides and allies, the Colorado court's decision has been seen as a legal nuance and a much larger political gift. Trump's Republican rivals and critics have railed to his defense in the aftermath. Fresh fundraising pleas were blasted out to supporters. The Trump campaign sent out a list of 55 elected officials, political allies, and Trump-friendly legal experts, ranging from House Speaker Mike Johnson to Senator Marco Rubio, criticizing the Colorado court decision. And Trump, as he's prone to do, leaned into the ruling by playing the victim. Oh, he's playing the victim. I think he's an actual victim. The decision will play into an effort already underway to turn a Biden campaign attack line that Trump represents a threat to democracy back on the incumbent president and his party. During an appearance in Iowa early this month, Trump called Biden a, quote, destroyer of American democracy. Trump argued that Biden was using the justice system against him, despite there being no evidence that the president has had any connection to the 4 indictments Trump is facing. The Trump campaign has distributed black and white signs to supporters that read Biden attacks democracy, and at a recent event, Trump stood underneath a large banner emblazoned with the same phrase. In the wake of the Colorado decision, the campaign plans to continue to lean into the messaging that Biden is against democracy. That will be a big part moving forward, said Stephen Chung, a spokesperson for the Trump campaign. So basically, what the Colorado Supreme Court did is they got together and voted that because of Trump incited an excuse me. They got together and decided that Trump incited a situation on January 6th at the Capitol. We've seen a lot of the footage. We've seen the footage that was just released. We know that's all bullshit. Anybody with 2 fucking neurons to rub together knows it's a bunch of bullshit. Okay. So we know that. They know that. But will other states follow suit? Of course. I'm surprised California didn't do this first. I was shocked that Colorado did before California, being that California is rotten with TDS. Now, of course, California is doing everything they can do to look into the same thing happening. So this is from the Sacramento Bee, from the state capital. This is a dire matter. California elected officials call for kicking Trump off the ballot. Now, even if they were doing this to Sloppy Joe, that wouldn't be right, because you're taking away my choices. It doesn't matter what they think. It doesn't matter what these state Supreme Court justices think of Trump or what he did. It's up to the people. If the people want him off the ballot, there's this thing called Google and the internet where people could find out how to do that legally, and then they would get together, they would sign petitions and all this kind of shit to get that done. So it doesn't matter their own feelings and wants. It's about the people. And as far as I can tell, Colorado hasn't had any such vote. Now that the Colorado Supreme Court has set the precedent for removing former President Donald Trump from the ballot in that state, Secretary of State Shirley Weber should take action to do the same in the Golden State, according to a letter written by Lieutenant Governor Eleni Kounalakis. Eleni Kounalakis on Wednesday. Yeah, California is the Golden State, the Golden Shower State. It used to be for the golden. There's gold in our hills, but now we're known for the gold piss that comes from the cut and uncut rotten dicks of homeless people in our streets. That's the Golden State we are now. It should be the Golden Shower State. Donald Trump is eligible to appear on the state's ballot as a presidential candidate due to his. Donald Trump is ineligible to appear on the state's ballot as a presidential candidate due to his role in inciting. I'm not going to say that word again. I don't got enough napkins in here. Inciting an incident in the U.S. Capitol on July 6, 2021. This decision is about honoring the rule of law in our country and protecting the fundamental pillars of our democracy, Kounalakis wrote in the letter. Kounalakis praised the Colorado Supreme Court Anderson v. Griswold ruling. California must stand on the right side of history. Oh, here we go. The right side of history. California is obligated to determine if Trump is ineligible for the California ballot for the same reasons described in Anderson. The Colorado decision can be the basis for a similar decision here in our state. The Constitution is clear. You must be 35 years old and not be an. I'll have to hear. Okay, I'll try really hard not to, when I say this word, but it says you must be 35 years old and not an insurrectionist. I was close. She wrote. Kounalakis said that while there will be an inevitable political punditry about the court's decision, this is not a matter of political gamesmanship. And I wonder what blue-haired, tree-hugging dirt fucker, what legal aid was in the basements of the Colorado Supreme Court building. I found it. And they came running upstairs. I would make the sound of their shoes hitting the ground, but they're probably barefoot with nasty fucking slave hippie feet. They come running up there. We found it, sir. We found it. Look. It says right here in the Colorado State Constitution. We got him. Time is of the essence, Kounalakis wrote. Weber must announce the certified list of candidates for the state's March 5th primary on December 28th. So they got to have the shit done by the 28th. California Republicans who have stood by Trump through 2 impeachments and multiple felony indictments were not amused by the letter. MAGA congressional candidate David Giglio, over here, who is running to succeed former House Speaker Kevin McCarthy, issued a statement calling for a recall against Kounalakis. Any politician who, absent any sound legal reasoning, endorses stripping voters of their right to vote for a candidate they support does not belong in public office, and that's why I am officially demanding the recall of proceedings against Lieutenant Governor Eleni Kounalakis, Giglio said in a statement. Look out, says Representative Kevin Kiley. Should Vice President Kamala Harris or Governor Gavin Newsom become president, the country's going to have big problems. Kiley, Republican from Rockland, that's near here, that's about 30 minutes from me, said he was asked to write about who would be worse to have in the White House, Harris or Newsom. Ugh, I don't want to fucking think about that. But California is falling over its tie-dye dick to get Trump off the ballot. And again, you can't do that. It's not up to you to exact revenge on somebody that you don't like. That's up to us. We vote them out if we don't want them. And if Trump is on the ballot, and if people don't want to vote for him, they won't. It's up to us. The choice falls on us. The responsibility falls on us, not you. So I hope the Supreme Court smacks this fucking nonsense down, this fascist bullshit down like it's supposed to. Get the fuck out of here. You can't just remove somebody from the ballot. You can't get together and decide to do that and take people's choice away from them. Fuck Colorado and fuck California for even trying this bullshit. Fuck California for different reasons. But this is just another one. Robin Spielman says, I'm 5'1". Is that intimidating? I don't think it's the size of the package, going back to the small mamas. It's not the size, it's the fury contained within. That's some crazy shit, man. I couldn't believe it, but I could at the same time. But again, the only surprise was that it wasn't California instead of Colorado. And I think they know this kind of bullshit is going to be shot down, but I think they're trying to set a precedent, float some ideas out there. This is desperation time. We are just over a year out, or just under a year out. What are we, 10 and a half months or something out from the presidential election? So, it's desperation time. We're going to see a lot more of this. Just like we're going to see the further and more steep decline of Sloppy Joe physically and mentally, you're going to see the desperation play out in these little bullshit. Oh, it's this case, it's this person versus that person, 1835. No, bullshit. Trump is not a fucking insurrectionist, because that wasn't that word. I can't say it too often. That's not what it was. If anything, that was a glorified tour. That's what that was. That was a glorified tour of the Capitol building, because 99% of the people were doing just that. They were walking around. Oh, that's nice there, don't you know? Take my picture in front of this here, dear. That's what that was. And the people who weren't walking around by themselves were being escorted by the po-po. They had a guided tour of the Capitol. You insurrectionists are so bad that we're going to give you a tour. Now, were there some agitators? Were there some dumb jackasses? Yeah, but we don't know if those were Trump supporters or feds. It is a real possibility that the only people acting up were sent there by the federal government. Dun, dun, dun. Because most people, even if you get around a bunch of jackasses, that's not going to make you act like a jackass too. Because, you're a grown-up and all that, and you got your own mind and you have shit to lose. I'm not going to go out smashing a bunch of shit because I got a family to take care of. I have live streams. Excuse me. I have live streams to do. I'm not going to fuck it up by following some idiots. Jay, I don't know. Here we go, Jay. How about this? Jay? We're going to try this right here. Finally. Here you go, Jay. That's my email. You email me right now, and I will read your email because I do not see what message you're trying to send me. So email me right now. Mike Herrera, Seahawks? They were those sea bitches. Seahawks, okay. But it's a stupid move, but it's a bold move. They're going to throw the kitchen sink at Donald Trump, even if it's in some bullshit state Supreme Court rulings. For a lot of jackasses, the mere fact that it came from the state Supreme Court, well, it must be true. He must be an insurrectionist because those people with the robes and the gavel said that he was. But that's just the thing. Those are people. Those are humans. They're susceptible to corruption just like anybody else. And unfortunately, that robe and that gavel doesn't cause them to act better and act worthy of said robe and gavel. What the hell? You can't just take somebody off the ballot. And like I said, what if somebody did it to Sloppy Joe? As much, tell me, guys, close your eyes. Try not to come on yourself. Just imagine a world where they could take Sloppy Joe off the ballot and we wouldn't have to worry. Ooh, that was close. I told you guys, try not to come when I tell you this. Imagine a world where you could take Sloppy Joe off the ballot. Wouldn't that be nice? Yeah, it would. We wouldn't have to worry about getting saddled with his senile ass for another 4 years, but we can't do that because that's not right. That's not what we're supposed to do. And we have people in these positions who are supposed to be above that, beyond reproach, do the right thing no matter what. Sita, that's right. They're all Democrat judges. Is that a coincidence? I don't think so. I don't think so. Jay, you've got to be fucking with me. Don't know your email. Just send again. Not know how, send email. Get the fuck out of here, Jay. Anyway. Stefan Pripik. I don't know how to say that one. Hey Jericho, why are you in Satan's paradise? Cause man, this is where I was raised. This is where my roots are. This is where my people are. It's home. What can I say? Product of change. What's up? But we'll see. I hope this gets. I mean, it is going to get to the Supreme Court. I hope it gets there quickly, so we can put the kibosh on anybody else trying to pull this shit. Because if you think Colorado and California are the last ones, you are mistaken. You know, Illinois, all these shit leftist butthole states. All of these states that are worse than what you would find inside of a porta potty that's been at a 3-day long chili cook-off in the summer. What you find in there, reach your hand down in one of those, and what you pull up in between your fingers is better than these assholes who run these states. So if you think Colorado and Cali are the last, you are wrong. They're merely the first. Lucy W, I'm done with Jay. I'm done. Did everything I could. Fucking done. I'm done. So let's see here. I gotta get going soon. I gotta take Junior to boxing class. There we go. There it is. Yeah. Yeah. See out this video. Let me make sure that. Okay. Okay, so here we go. Got the video. This is Stephen A. Smith. Oh, before I get to that, what up, Sonny Singh? Sonny Singh, appreciate it, man. He says, Merry Christmas. Miss from Fresno, JG. Hey, good looking out, man. Fresno. What a wild city that is. Parts of Fresno are very nice. Some parts of Fresno are fucked up. But I appreciate you. Any stone fruit, olives, avocado, probably came from Fresno. Okay, so here's Stephen A. It's a bit long. I don't think I'll play the whole thing. But we'll just get the gist of it. Hey, girl, let me get the gist. Huh? Okay. Stephen A. for ass. Smith.
He's the governor for the state of Texas.
Come on. What happened? Come on, Stephen A.
Texas. On Monday, that governor, Governor Abbott, signed a bill into law that will allow the police to arrest migrants who entered the U.S. illegally. This law, which takes effect in March.
Hey, first of all, that's great. So he signs a bill into law that goes into effect in March to arrest people who come here illegally. So far, I'm loving it.
Allows any Texas law enforcement officer to arrest people who are suspected of entering the country illegally.
Well, Stephen A. Smith, I know you're trying to make it sound like Texas is doing something unprecedented. But actually, that's how law enforcement works to a large degree. They don't always catch people in the act. There's usually a level of suspicion, the activity, the way you are, where you are. If you're in a high crime area, if you're somewhere where you don't look like you belong, that's called suspicion. So that kind of takes place all the time. But go on, Stephen.
This is bad, ladies and gentlemen. And before I go a step further, there's an individual by the name of Krish, Krish, Omara Vignarajah, Vignarajah. That person is the CEO of Lutheran Immigration and Refugee Service, says, quote, by criminalizing the very act of seeking refuge, Texas is turning its back on the values of compassion and due process that make our nation the world's beacon of humanitarian leadership. That
seeking refuge. What is it? Raining outside? You just trying to get under cover so you don't get wet? I just want to stay dry. I just want to stay dry, America. But this dummy probably don't even know. This isn't even willful ignorance. I bet this fucking idiot doesn't even know that when you seek asylum, you seek it in the first country that you come to. Not the best one, the first one.
That is one way to put it. There are various other ways to put it. This is a disgrace. It's inhumane. And
inhumane. Not the countries that are creating the conditions that these people want to run away from. And this is all assuming that they're really asylum seekers. Not them. It's on you, America, because you want to enforce the law. How dare you?
Opens the floodgate to further divide our nation, because when you have law enforcement that literally can arrest people over a suspicion.
It's about to get stupid. You ready?
Think about that for a second. People can be arrested who are suspected of entering the country illegally. Do you realize that that means a law enforcement official can walk up to somebody, all right, they look Hispanic.
Wrong.
Okay, their English is broken. They don't speak fluent English. So that could be a cause for me to arrest them?
Shut the fuck up. So because you look a certain way and your English isn't good, you can be arrested. Well, shit, that can go for American citizens. They look a certain way. Their English isn't good. How does that mean? What does that mean? There are plenty of people who are legal citizens who immigrated here whose English isn't good. But if that's enough, hey, you're brown and you don't talk English, you don't speak English very well, you're coming with me. Dead or alive, you're coming with me. Right? Come on, you jackass. Now, if you are an American citizen, you're probably going to have, I don't know, a driver's license or some shit like that. So you could simply say, and that's if the officer would even fucking approach you. I think it's pretty easy to find the illegals. Huh? Anybody gone to a Home Depot in the last 20 years? Hey, officers, all you got to do is go down to El Paso, Texas. The town is full of them. And don't worry, you won't have to look long. Just look on the sidewalks. Fucking ridiculous.
Let them deal with the problems later. Ladies and gentlemen, to get out of jail, bail costs money. It ain't free. To hire a lawyer, that costs money. It ain't free. You have essentially opened up an avenue to incarcerate people for no cause whatsoever other than a particular law enforcement official's suspicion.
Shut the fuck up, you dummy. If you get busted for being illegal, they're probably going to deport you. That's what they should do. Not put you in our fucking jails. They should deport you. They should send you back to where you came from whence you came. You want to find an illegal? Ask them a question, and if they answer it, yes, and that's not the right way to answer it, they're probably illegal. Don't act stupid. Don't act like you don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. You want cheese with that? Is it, what time is it? Yes. No, what time is it? Yes. Where are you from? Yes. Yeah, you need to get the fuck out of here. You know who they are? And don't act like it's just people from just across the border, from Mexico or Central America or some shit. They're coming from everywhere. They're coming to America. Yeah.
That's what we're going to do to our Latino brothers and sisters. It's racist.
Brothers,
somebody needs to say it, so I'm going to say it. It's a racist ass thing to do.
Shut the fuck up, Stephen A. Smith. It's not only Latino brothers and sisters coming across the border. You fucking dummy. They're coming from everywhere. And guess what? They're not our brothers and sisters either. The countries they come to are racist as fuck. You want to say this is racist? Look at the countries they come from. They are racist, not this. This is called maintaining your sovereignty. It's racist. I'm going to say it. Nobody wants to say it, so I'm going to say it. It's racist. Fucking jackass. Our Latino brothers and sisters. You can take that brother and sister shit and shove it up your ass. Because even if he was my brother, that don't mean you can break into my fucking house. That doesn't mean you can break into my country because you're my brother or my sister. Fucking jackass. And the people that he's speaking to, the groups that they're pandering to, they're not going to do any research. They're not going to do any homework. They're not even going to use their common sense. They're going to take what dummies like this say, well, he's on TV. He must be speaking the truth. Exactly, Eric Schultz. Mexicans and Somalis despise blacks. The Chinese despise us. The Pakistanis, they don't even fucking like us. Africans don't like us. But we're supposed to welcome you in with open arms because you're darker than a sheet of printer paper? Hey, Stephen A., why don't you let him come into your fucking house? Huh? Why don't you let your brother and your sister come live in your house? Scoot over, Stephen A. Let them sleep in your fucking bed. Let them sleep in your guest room. Let them stay at your palatial estate. Which one? Brothers and sisters, man, you better save that shit. My dad would say, you better save that for somebody who's going to believe it. Anyway, guys, like I said, time to take Junior to boxing. I love it because he is excited. We get there early. Dad, can I jump rope until class starts? Go ahead, man. I love it. I love that he's motivated. I love that he's excited about it. And he's getting better. When he starts, let's see, we're wrapping. This is the last day of his first month. When we started, he couldn't even jump rope. He just never did it. But now, doing that thing. Do like 25, 30 in a row. Love it. So we're going to do that. Appreciate you guys hanging out with me. Play it so fast. Brothers and sisters. That's racist. Anyway, appreciate you guys being here. Thank you very much. Shout out to you all. Mañana. We will be here mañana and see what the fuck is going on there. Hold on. Vilma Reyes. Hola, mamita. Vilma Reyes. Thank you very much, miss. Thank you for the Twomsky. She says, hi, Mr. Jericho. I hope you and your family have a Merry Christmas. Well, guess what, Vilma? I wish the same for you and your family. I hope you have the greatest Christmas ever. I hope you are surrounded by people who love you as much as you love them. But you know how it goes. I try to be done with the left, but they just won't let me. Please subscribe. Whoa, hold on. Wait. Stop. Jay Reason. What's up, Jay Reason? It's all, you didn't see my super chat, brev. My bad. You say my super, brev. Okay, I missed a few of them. Hold on, guys. Guess we ain't leaving yet, huh? Roasting Hodge, what up, man? Appreciate it. Thank you for the $4.99 super sticker. Joshua Rodriguez. Joshua Rodriguez, thank you. He says, I live here in Colorado. Over here, democracy, it's a vibe. Ooh, you don't have to take it seriously. It's interchangeable. Use it when you want. Throw it away when you don't. Ooh. He said, not shocked at all. Neither am I, Joshua. Thank you, man. Sonny Singh, I got yours. Appreciate you, Sonny, holding it down in Fresno. Jay Reason. Hey, thank you, Jay Reason. I appreciate that, man. With the Twomsky. He says, Merry Christmas to my brother, JG. Merry Christmas to you and your wonderful family, Jay Reason. And you know what, Jay? I thank you, man, for shouting out my kids. They get a fucking kick out of it. So on, not always Sundays, it just depends. We're at home. There's a game on. I'll go to YouTube. Jay Reason's doing his live stream covering the game. And I'll put in the chat or whatever in a super chat. Great stream, whatever. I'll talk some shit about whatever teams are on there. Then I'll ask if he can shout out my kids. And he does it every time. And they fucking love it. They feel like celebrities. Damn, how many people? It's like 2,000 people watching. They heard him say that. So it's great, man. I really appreciate you doing that. Good looking out, Jay Reason. Can't watch the game? Can't get it? It doesn't come in your area? Check out Jay Reason's channel, spelled just the way you see it right there. Holding it down out of where? Buffalo, New York. Good. Thank you, guys. And all this talk of Christmas, Merry Christmas, you and your family have a good time. You know, people get together for their family, and you're going to have those dumbass relatives. You're going to have the relatives where you walk in the house and you see them, you're going to go, oh, fuck. But when you do, here at Jericho Green Enterprises, we do not condone violence, but you need to try your best to not reach across the table and do this. Oh, you like Trump? You're a coon. Trump, he's an insurrectionist. How can you support him? Don't do any of those things to him, okay? Take a deep breath. Keep it in. They're not worth going to jail over. Thank you, guys. But you know how it goes. I try to be done with the left, but they just won't let me. Please subscribe. Hit that notification bell because every time it rings, a piece of shit lefty cries. Utilize a Linktree link. Get your ass over to that Teespring link. Hit it and get some merch. Make sure you check out my new channel, Green's House. Shout out to you all for getting me over 2,000 subscribers. I am Jericho Green. And man, I'm out.